What's going on, people? It's your boy calwu, and welcome to another episode of planetwu. Today we will be talking about, and I had to talk about this, spring season of anime. It was so many, 47 to my count if I was correct. That's not even counting like second season stuff. That's just brand new stuff. And the spring season alone has brought us three classics, three masterpieces of an anime. And I'll be talking about those three masterpieces. So if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to the video. It's the best way to support my channel. And yeah, let's go. So the three classics slash masterpieces for me that came out in the spring season is Vivi Fluoride Eyes, Oddtaxi, and To Your Eternity. And I'm going to give you a breakdown of why each one was a classic for me. And we're going to start with Vivi Fluoride Eyes. Vivi Fluoride Eyes is a really dope, futuristic anime about, technology going too far. And what I mean by that is humans are always looking for ways to innovate and make things easier for humans. And in Vivi Fluoride Eyes, we get to a point where humans love to look for perfection when there's nothing that's perfect. And in this search for perfection, humans have created androids with a single directive so they can do this thing perfectly. And this is where we get Vivi. Vivi is an android that was created for the purpose of singing. Her singular phrase that she used, if I remember correctly, I'm paraphrasing, but it's pretty close to it, is she pretty much wants to change the world and make the world happy through her music. And she's told that in order to do so, she has to have a heart. So Vivi pretty much goes through life trying to figure out what it means to have a heart as an android and to be able to put that heart into her music and sing to where people love her music and she makes the world happy. And then we get to a point where androids evolve so much that they go into a war between us and them. And the war starts with humans going, androids are taking over everything. Fuck that shit. We don't like androids being able to do everything that we can do. They taking all our jobs, blah, blah, blah. Pretty much normal stuff that we hear nowadays, actually. And this is one of the things that's a masterpiece, because literally in the past, I say like 10 or 15 years, but we just gonna more say the last 5 years. So we're gonna say recent. Within the last 5 years, we've heard about people losing their jobs to machines, replacing them to do menial work, such as like, putting screws into, a hole and then drilling it in themselves, or moving certain parts around and putting things together. Machines are slowly taking over the world. Hell, you can even look at fast food restaurants where they have less cashiers and more kiosks where you punch in the stuff now. So Vivi pretty much brings us there, but a little further ahead. And in this war, a scientist is pretty much using these singular points in history that's important to attempt to stop those things from happening. So as far as main characters go, we have Vivi, aka Diva, who's the singing droid, who is the first of her kind. So that's what makes her special. And because she's that special, they attempt to use her as the way to help stop all of these random singular points of stopping these major events from happening. Then you have Matsumoto, which is an AI that's sent from the future to the past to pretty much give Vivi her directives and to make sure and to help her complete these tasks that she have and to make sure she don't veer off the path any, so she doesn't mess up anything in the timeline or change it any further than what it needs to be changed. And the anime is like so dope. Like I've talked about like the anime before. I did a review on it, like an early review on it. I'll do another more in-depth review with spoilers and stuff later. So I'm gonna try and keep this keep each one light to not give too much away. But the hand-to-hand combat is dope. Like, is super spot on. The gunplay is super spot on. The characters are really dope and dynamic, and you see characters grow. Cause like Matsumoto comes back like at different points, like 10 years later, 15 years later, 20 years later, 30 years later, at different points in time to try and help Vivi complete these missions. And like you just see just the different stuff of like people that she met in the past come back up, or like their relatives come back up, and it's just so dope and dynamic. Like a lot of anime that deal with time and temporal stuff have a hard time managing it. And because Vivi is a robot, it makes it easier to manage. It kind of gave me like a Terminator feel to it, but the twist and deal that they did to it was like just crazy. Like that junk was really, really good. The next anime, Odd Taxi. Odd Taxi, um, the Japanese are just so special in how they put stories together. Like the Japanese and the Brits are like neck and neck for me as far as like how they put their stories together and they story tell. It just be so multi-layered that it's like, yo, this is bananas. Like the layers on their stuff is crazy. And like the layers in Odd Taxi is just nuts. Like, you know, you just get this random, regular, everyday taxi driver that's, you know, just kind of chilling. I did a review on that too. I'm gonna put that up here. I'm gonna put all the little reviews up here and then put them in a link down below as well. Um, and actually, I'll probably put them at the end of the video. Yeah, so you can go directly to them. And yeah, just Odd Taxi expresses so many different layers of so many different personalities, from like criminals, like crooked, like bad criminals, and then criminals with good intentions, people at the bottom that's just scraping to get by, people at the bottom that just want to make it to the top, people with like childhood like traumas that go into their adulthood and then creates like this breaking point of where they become psychotic and they want to kill shit. Like good shit happening to just people randomly lucky as hell. Just like it's just so many layers of like people that you interact with and how all their stories tie in together, like past and present and future. It's just so damn good and just so well put together that this was put on in a masterpiece. And then the twist at the end, the twist at the end is the icing on the cake. It's the creme de la creme. Like I questioned it early on, and I'm gonna do a deep dive into Odd Taxi because I just did an early review. I'm gonna deep dive into Odd Taxi to you know give a little spoiler and kind of give like what this twist was. But just Odd Taxi was just really special and how they put it all together, and it's just a really dope slice of life like that just transcends what a normal slice of life is. I don't think I've ever seen a slice of life this intricate that didn't involve just a random, you know, love story or a coming of age story. Like there's no love story, there's no traditional love story, there's no traditional coming of age story that most um manga that turn into anime have. And that's what made it stand out for me. That's what really made it stand out for me. I thought that I was gonna have Hori Maya or bottom tier character Tomazaki as my slice of life, but Odd Taxi is probably gonna make my slice of life of the year for next year's award show because it was just special, man. And like if you haven't already, you should definitely check them out. Um, and yeah, like you know, also if you haven't already, just hit the share, subscribe button, the like button, and share the video. You know what I'm saying? And then the last anime, which is currently the other two finished. This one is currently still going on. I think it's 20 or 24 episodes. I'm not sure if it's a one off where after its 24 episode run is going to be over, or it's just a long extended anime that's going to have multiple seasons. I'm hoping that it has multiple seasons, but no anime has pulled at my heartstrings like To Your Eternity. To Your Eternity. I did a review on that too, an early review. A supernatural being is created by his god to go and experience the world. And upon going out and experience the world, he takes on the forms of things that he touches and ends up learning about life. He learns about life, learns about death, learns about human life being fleeting, learns about how to speak, the importance of eating, the importance of drinking, the importance of comrades, uh, and harshly learned the importance of staying on a mission. He learned that's like the hard way, the super hard way. Life hasn't really been kind to him in that aspect, and um, also it kind of like alludes to giving the point that you never truly die until you're forgotten. And that hit home for me really, really hard. And just as characters in this anime die, I found myself like being super attached to them and just being like, yo, please don't kill such and such. You know, even to the point where I'm watching episodes and being like, yo, I'm not in a mental headspace to handle anybody dying this episode. Please, I hope don't nobody die in this episode. Like that. And I've said that to myself a few times before turning it on and watching it and indulging myself and getting choked up and shedding tears and things of that nature. Like To Your Eternity is easily the saddest anime like off jump that I've ever seen in my life. Like you got your sad ones, you got, you know what I'm saying, Angel Beats, you got your Plastic Memory, you got your Clannad, you got plenty of anime that are sad, that are super sad. But this one, from the first episode, just utter, pure and utter sadness. And like they hit you, and they do a good job of like hitting you with highlights of like happiness before they shoot you in the chest again and make you experience sadness. And it's well put together. The story is really good. um, with Fushi and just how he's learning what it means to be a human and being an immortal himself and learning that everybody isn't immortal. Like literally everybody else, while you got infinity lives, everybody else has one. And just watching how he deals with it and how he deals with his creator to the point where he like starts to grow a hate and disgust for his hater, or not for his hater, but for his creator. And that right there actually um, resonates with me in a sense because in real life we hear, you know, for those that are religious, of you know, follow whatever religion of any sort, and you know, question their faith because they have this concept of like God can do anything, God can do all these things. Well, why doesn't he stop bad things from happening to good people? And it's one of those things where you're seeing that. And in this case, like in our case, we have free will to kind of do what we want to do and, you know, to prepare ourselves for, you know, the unknown. Whereas this God that Fushi's talking to, that he gets to interact with whenever he wants to, is being told like, yo, this is the purpose of why you were made. So stick to your purpose. If you don't stick to your purpose and you get away from it, more people that you care about are going to fucking die. So just stay the path. You weak as fuck, get strong. If you want to protect people, get good. That's pretty much it. And just watching Fushi have a hard time dealing with that harsh reality of like, bro, if this what you was gonna make me for, you might as well not made me at all. Like, what's your problem? And just watching this interesting push and pull of like having and being born with a purpose and a duty, but all you want to do is just live a normal life and you can't. And that is what makes this anime so polarizing and so good because a lot of questions that humans have about their own existence I see in this anime and is laid out question for question and answer for answer, and it's very reflective. This anime has a good job of being very reflective. If you pay attention, I don't know if this is what the creators' intentions are, and excuse me, like I don't know why my nose itching so much. I don't know if this is their intentions on why they made this anime, but this is definitely what I got from it, and this is what I'm pulling from it, and it's just so good, man. It's just so good. If you haven't already, you should definitely be watching one of these three anime. Hell, watch all three of them. They all are fantastic. You got a sci-fi, action anime, You got a slice of life with a twist to it, and then you have like this supernatural slice of life action film or action anime, and they all are good. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you haven't already, like I said, please like, share, and subscribe to the video. It's the best way to support my channel so I can keep making content. Waifu Wednesdays, you got any comments, comments or ideas or anything that you want me to talk about, just leave it below. Waifus you want me to talk about, other anime you want me to review. I'll be doing anime movies soon, so that'll be a segment in the thing. I'm just getting my bearings on coming down from the spring and getting my schedule together for the summer. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And once again, I appreciate y'all. And this is calwu from planetwu signing off, and I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Peace. My mom ain't raised no feast. In a booth, on the rise, I am Baker with the yeast. Dropping more bombs than Funkmaster Flex, doing war in the Middle East.